Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Today, we bring you an inspiring conversation with Smart India Hackathon winners who are redefining wellness through natural, healthy, and sustainable probiotic and herbal drinks. From carefully selected natural ingredients to eco conscious production methods, their innovation reflects a commitment to health that extends beyond individuals to communities and environment. Join us as we explore the journey behind these refreshing solutions. Welcome to the show, Isha.
Hello, sir.
Good to have you and your colleague here. So, to begin with, let's get to know something about you before we start talking about your project. Both of you.
Yes, sir. So, my name is Isha Sharma, and I am currently pursuing my MTech from MIT ADT University, Pune. And it's my second year over here, and it's been a great 2 years of my journey. And I have also maintained a good CGPA, as I should mention. Along with that, different certifications and different competitions I have won. To be added, SIH was one of them, and I'm happy to be welcomed over here. Thank you so much.
Hello, sir. My name is Neeraj Kedar Soman. I am from MIT ADT University. I am currently pursuing Food Safety and Quality Management here in School of Food Technology. Uh, I like to formulate new indigenous fruit crops into new, which suits the new product in the market. So that's it.
Okay, good. Good to have you with us. Now let's talk about what you did at SIH that won you the competition. So, to begin with, let's talk about the problem that you picked up and the gravity of that problem you think so that you worked on it and you thought it needs to be solved.
So the problem statement assigned to us focused on the address gaps in the primary sector of particularly agriculture produce, like agriculture indigenous produce. The government highlighted the issue of the underutilization of locally grown crops and the limited post harvest and the processing infrastructure and the income realization for the farmers despite of cultivating high potential agricultural crops. So there was a broader concern about the lack of integration and between the traditional resources and the modern scientific technology. So we chose the problem because it was not just theoretical, it was real and visible problem. And coming from a research background with food technology, we had already observed how valuable our crops are, how they are sold at lower prices and the farmers do not get what they deserve to get, and how much post harvest losses are contributing to our lack of agriculture in India. At the same time, we noticed the gap between academic research and practical implementation in the real life scenarios. That's what attracted us to the this problem, that it is multi-dimensional impact. It was not just limited to one domain, like it was not for agriculture or technology or sustainability. It was combining all of them: agriculture, sustainability, and entrepreneurship also. We felt that solving this problem will also not only contribute to innovation, but it will contribute to the farmers and empower them, and also economic strengthening of our primary sector. That's why we had this drink, which was herbal probiotic carbonated drink, which is made up of herbal and indigenous crops of India, jamun and amla and ginger, along with tulsi. And for that, for probiotic, we use encapsulated probiotic beads of Lactobacillus acidophilus, which is a primary source of probiotic, which is research backed probiotic strain of bacteria, which is used in most of the drinks, which help to gain the probiotic CFU count of the drink in our product.
So, your aim was to use the residual crop, or this can be, in case I'm a farmer, I can, put the entire crop of mine to this particular use and start a parallel business alongside my cultivation. Can that also be the idea here?
Our focus is on the farmers. We have particularly chosen the indigenous crops like jamun, amla, and ginger, which are still underutilized and they are perishable. We have to do some value addition to these crops for in the market. Uh, so we have chosen this, as well as this also helps the farmer. Jamun is a very perishable crop. It does not have that much of shelf life, so we processed it and formulated our Herbabac product.
Yeah, so dealing with the perishable crops will have a challenge for you as well to be able to collect it from the source at the earliest and put that into production. So how did you meet that challenge?
I came from a farmer background, so I know various farmers. We have ties with some of the farmers. So our plan was that we will procure the raw material like jamun and amla from them and give the best market price as possible to them.
We have seen similar drinks in the market in the past also. So where do you stand different or more innovative than those particular drinks and products?
Currently in market we can see the colas or the zero sugar added beverages, but they are not health drink. That does not supports the claims or the these are good for the society or does not good for other things. We have formulated this product which is herbal probiotic as well as is an anthocyanin rich product which can attract Gen Zs as well as fitness freaks also.
And
And
I would like to add, sir, like we have seen youngsters of our age that are attracted to, first of all, sugary beverages, carbonated beverages, and if we talk about the herbal beverages in market, there are herbal beverages, but I don't think so. Any of the Gen Z or youngsters or any of our age people are drinking herbal beverages like amla juice and all, kapiva juices and other. And other than that, we have some of probiotic drinks also, which are also not been able and accepted to from the market or the people, as they lack the taste, they lack the sensory acceptability. So that's why we combine all these things, that it's not sugary, it's not like it's appealing, it's also herbal, and also it's probiotic. For that reason, we combine all the three perspectives and the gaps in the market, and our product has all the three benefits in it.
yeah, I mean, coming to that appeal part of yours, particularly for the youngsters. So one thing which has generally been seen whenever we try to put some innovative idea behind a drink, try to make it healthy. So somewhere, somehow, the taste part, lacks. So in your case, is that the case that the taste-wise, it is not as compared to the other drinks, or is it as good as those? I mean, what has been the feedback of the people who have drank it?
We have around like 100 people who tasted over SIH
Yes.
during our SIH journey over lovely professional university Jalandhar. We had sensory trials over there, and 100 people tasted and gave sensory acceptance of it. And out of that, around 9.5 was the acceptance of our drink. As you mentioned, the taste appealing. Of course, we will of course say that it's of course appealing and sensory acceptable also, because as we know, the Indian traditional crops and all, they don't lack in any way. They have the taste. Like if we talk about jamun, it's astringent, but it has its own taste. It has its own essence, and it gives it to our drink. Along with that, amla, ginger has its own spiciness, and other like basil, the tulsi leaves we use, it has its own benefits and all. So it combinedly gave a good taste and appeal. Along with that jamun has its own color. We did not added any natural colors and all. And along with that, all the drinks, all the crops, when combined, also acted as a natural preservative. So we also didn't add any natural preservative. any additives or any preservatives, chemical preservatives.
So basically, you've relied on the natural essence of the fruit itself to be able to give that flavor or taste or whatever you may call it, and the sensory pleasure. Fine, wonderful. So now let's come to the making of it. So, is there anything in particular that the technique or otherwise that makes it different from the others, or makes it unique, or helps you come up with a better drink than the other drinks?
Yes, sir. We have a smart cap technique which we have fitted on the top of the bottle, in which we have added the probiotic bits, sodium alginate bits. When we twist the bottle, the sodium alginate bits get released into the drink, and then we drink the beverage.
So each time I open the bottle and twist the cap, it happens, or it happens only for the first time?
No, it's happened for the only one first time. It will release into the drink.
So tell me about the competitors which you might have, once you go forward and try to market it and try to go to, commercialize it. So in terms of competitors, where do you think you stand in terms of not only quality but the USPs that you'll be able to, withstand that sales pressure or pressure of success, basically?
Currently, in the market scenario, we see various fruit sodas in market, but they have lot of added sugar or the preservatives in it, and even the fruit extract is very low. We don't know even they are using the natural extracts or they are just natural identical flavors. Also, there are some of nowadays there are some prebiotic drinks are in the market, but ours is a probiotic drink as well as prebiotic.
Okay, now coming to the SIH part, the kind of product you have come up with, the kind of research which needs to be done, or kind of preparation that needs to be done in this particular case. So I'm sure some work must have been done before you reach the SIH. So how much did you do before you reaching the SIH, and how much did you do there when you were there at the competition?
So, if I talk about, first of all, I would like to add about our SIA journey. It was honestly transformative for all of us, all six members of our team. And we started preparation of our lab reports and lab analysis for about 2 weeks before going to SIH. We got our selection news, I guess, 2 to 3 weeks before our competition. So that's when we started fully fledged started our preparation for our competition at SIH. It was truly transformative. We all began with we as a team leader, I segregated all the tasks to all my team members, and we did lab analysis. We procured all the raw materials which will be needed for in the SIH, and all other like packaging, like labeling. We did all the design and everything by ourselves. We procured the bottles. We also did the 3D printing of our smart cap system. So we also got like two of designers from our Institute of Design to help us in that for designing the CAD file for our 3D printed cap. So it was collectively the success of our all team, and it started as a competition for us, but eventually it became a deep learning. It was an experience which changed the way we look at problems and solutions. And initially, we were so much excited and also unsure at the same time, because SIH is highly competitive and it involves teams from across the country. And once we received the government problem, we realized that there is a surface level understanding that would not be enough. So we did in-depth research of our, it should be research backed also. Like if the judges ask whether the drink is sustainable, whether the drink is it has a shelf life or not, and whether like different aspects of food product development. We researched it through many research papers, and also with the help of mentors and guides at our college. We learned so much, and we were able to join at SIH and win it.
Yeah, surely your team seems to have put in a lot of hard work and a lot of thought into this. So coming to the judging and mentoring rounds, how did they go? So were you prepared from the very beginning, or through the journey you evolved and came up with something which is so robust?
So if we talk about the journey, it started. We booked our flights first of all. So it started by that time the Indigo flights got cancelled, and we were so much disheartened by that news that now what we are going to do. But we were so much filled with zeal and passion that we then booked our buses, and then well, to reach Jalandhar from Pune, it was a head of task. We did so many buses, cabs, we took train, and after that we reached our first mentoring round at, like, it started, the mentoring round just started, and we
At 8:30.
yes, and we just ran towards the judges, and our breath was not coming, and we were just explaining our product to them. They were also happy, said like, it's okay, you can take your time. And from second day we were prepared from initially only, and we prepared. We made our like table setup was properly done.
What happened in the first round of mentoring? What feedback did you get, and what was the takeaway from that?
So for the first mentoring round, as we mentioned, we were a little late as we reached over there at that time, and we were also nervous at that time, and we did not prepare as well as we thought in our minds because of the delays in our train and all. So the judges were the mentors were quite okay with that, and they calmed us first of all. They asked about our first mentoring round was all about what's the problem is and how we are tackling the problem. They asked a lot of questions about our problem, like is it feasible, is it scalable. It was the gist of our whole like problem and solution both. So the first mentoring round was quite hectic also, but it was quite it was a learning experience so that we can implement in our upcoming 4 days. So from that we gained what we are lacking, what's the gap, what we can add to, and what we can give the judges for the next judging round. So we implemented according to the mentoring sessions.
Okay, so you kept taking notes from the mentoring sessions and kept evolving the product and the
Yes, sir.
method of yours. So that's wonderful. So in the end, what do you think made you stood out over the other teams, and you were able to clinch the honors?
So, according to us, the first and the foremost reason was like we were quite scalable and feasible. Both we were scalable also and feasible also. Along with that, we quite like listened to our judges and mentors properly, and we implemented each and every whatever lackings we had in our product. We immediately we worked on that. In our 5 day journey of SIH. And also, our presentation was quite like we had different props and different presentation methods, which definitely intrigued the judges and mentors. And if we talk about the product itself, it was a food product, it was a beverage. So the sensory appeal and the taste and all does matter.
So of course, when if I'm a judge and when you give me some tasty drink to have, I'm going to be really very happy, of course. So then, what happened towards the end of it? Like, how was the final presentation, which was a make or break one for you guys?
So for the final presentation, we also edited our PPT quite a few times as per our judges wanted, and they also told us about what we are lacking in and what growth we can make happen in this few days span. So the judges also evaluated, they did technical questioning, they needed a justified answer for each and every question or problem. uh, and for that reason our whole team pushed ourselves, stay focused and composed. And there were moments of stress and self doubt, but teamwork played a huge role. And on the last day, we managed all our tasks. We presented our drink, our packaging, our labels, our whatever we prepared, lab reports. We did lab analysis over LPU, the LPU's food tech lab. We did our food analysis over there also. The shelf life studies, the probiotic stain, the research papers. So everything for our product was on top notch. We had all the answers to all the questions of our judges, and I guess this was the standing point of our team, and that led us to the of course the winning of our team.
Wonderful. So now, what is the way forward? Where do you take this from here? Are you planning to go to market, scale this into a startup, or what is the future plan?
So for now, we are going to format more drinks, indigenous drinks from this one product, and we are thinking to move it forward.
So right now we are planning with our mentors and guides like
Yes.
how we can scale up or how we can launch ourselves in the market, and how we can set in the market, how we can project ourselves, how we can attract the consumers, the marketing, the business whole the proposal of it, the financial needs, the investments. So we are planning through all of that, and we are getting to our goal. And our goal is to make a sustainable impact in our food tech industry. So we are planning towards it.
Food tech
Yes.
industry is certainly looking up to you, and the kind of product you have created, the work that you've done is really commendable. And I'm sure you will meet the success in anything that you take it forward in any direction. I'm sure about that. So, congratulations once again on winning SIH, and our best wishes for going forward with this product of yours. And thank you for
Thank you
joining us
so
today.
much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks for joining today and sharing all the ideas and products of yours with us. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
so
much,
much,
sir.
sir. Thank you so much for calling us over
Have
here.
a good day.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Innovation can be both simple and powerful when guided by nature and purpose. These probiotic and herbal drinks are more than just beverages. They represent a thoughtful step forward to healthier lifestyles and a more sustainable future. Thank you for joining us. Stay inspired, stay healthy, and we'll see you in our next conversation celebrating ideas that make a meaningful difference.